Hello, everybody. My name's Jonah Brooks.
And I'm Silas Field, and we decided to do a group project discussing the topic, if you were insane, would you know it? And we thought Shutter Island, the movie, would be a great movie to discuss our topic because it raises a lot of philosophical questions. And we have a few of them here today to discuss. First question: what determines insanity?
Um, I answered this question by saying insanity can be when someone cannot distinguish their reality from their fantasy, or like that they've created in their mind, or when a person can't live their normal daily routine like life without experiencing some sort of psychosis on that day. And I also believe that insanity involves acting on uncontrollable and impulsive behavior.
Yeah, that's
So,
pretty much just the gist of that. Really no other way to put it. And the second question is, if you were insane, would you know
um, and I answer this question. No, I would not believe I would know if I was insane. I just feel like there's no way I could tell. I mean, the only way I could see myself knowing was if I was viewing it, like if I was viewing the world differently, was if someone else was telling me. There's no other way that I think I could figure it out on my own, like that I was insane. Um, unless someone told me my altered reality was a thing, I would have no idea.
it? I personally believe that I would know. Like, I think I would be able to eventually know, yeah, I'm pretty crazy. I'm insane. I'm seeing things. Um, but the overall world, the uh, less intelligent, probably the majority would probably not be able to know that they're insane. There are some though, like Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind. I don't know. I can't remember his character's name. Like he's insane. At first, he sees all these people. He imagines his whole job, but eventually, uh, he knows that he's insane once he's told, and he literally lives his entire life uh, with those fake lives involved with his life. So yeah,
It's a true story.
his his. And all right, so the third question is, what is it? Oh yeah, does Teddy know he's insane?
Oh yeah. That's right. So basically, about this movie Shutter Island, Leonardo DiCaprio, the character who plays Teddy in the movie, he goes to this island as a U.S. Marshal with his other partner, and all throughout the film, he's convinced that they're trying to find this woman who's escaped her locked cell, and we learn that this all's been like a fake setup of Teddy's imagination of what he's been saying, to help confront his past and break his psychosis. So yeah, Teddy was insane, and he is insane throughout most of the movie, and we're unsure of the realization of his insanity until like the very end of the movie when he's talking to his partner that he has early in the movie, and he says, "Which would be worse, to live as a monster or to die as a good man?" And then they send him off to be lobotomized. So um, yeah, until the very end, he never is aware of his psychosis.
Yeah. Is that? And then the next question is, oh yeah, and do the other patients know if they're insane or not?
And I said the other patients that are in the insane asylum that's on this island, uh, they seemed to know what was occurring around them, which I think like insane people like they seem to know what's happening around them in the real world, but I think they just see other things in like reality. So I do believe that they're still insane. Uh, I just don't think it was as severe at that moment in time. Uh, the point is,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So there's people that do know they're insane, and then there's probably other people that do genuinely like, because if they're also still believing that fantasy and they're just living through it, and like that's their new fantasy, they probably think they're just living everyday life like they're a normal person. So yeah, and then something that goes about. Oh yeah, if you were seen as an insane person, would you accept it or deny it?
uh, right. I said if I was insane, I don't think I would be able to accept it for my reality. Don't think I would be able to accept someone else's point of view of how they were seeing the world is the right way of viewing it, like over mine. So, like the deeper fantasy, like a person has created in their mind, the more impossible it is to convince them of insanity. So I feel like I would already be at that state, so there's no way you could probably
I mean, if for me, if I think I mean, if someone were to tell me, like, if it wasn't someone who was like a like a doctor, um, if it wasn't anyone but them to tell, like, if a doctor didn't tell me, if they were to tell me that person isn't a doctor, uh, I definitely would not believe it, especially if I don't think I'm insane. I'm definitely not going to take their opinion. I would need like genuine proof to tell me that I'm insane for me to believe it. So I'm gonna deny it. If I don't believe it.
convince
So,
them.
and then, oh yeah, is insanity an all-in proposition?
Um, I said no. I don't believe that insanity is an all-in proposition. At least I don't think it is. The way I see it, people over time, they like insane people, they develop these like behaviors and like fantasies and stuff. So I think like over time they can almost undevelop or at least suppress the fantasies and or whatever they're experiencing to like a state of normal, uh, like a normal state of mind. So I don't think it is.
Yeah, neither do I. I think, I mean, there's definitely is people who are literally just completely insane, and then there's people who just obviously aren't. And I definitely think there's people that are like, I mean, in a way, half in, half out. Like
Uh,
another thing, like from A Beautiful Mind, Russell Crowe's character. I mean, he saw all those fake people all throughout his life, and he knew he was insane.
yeah,
So, yeah.
learn how to live with them.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's been said. It's actually been studied that the regular person can like slip into madness at like any point in time. It just takes a trigger of like a special blow to one's self image to push someone over the edge. So it's not as hard as you would think it would be. So if you have not seen the movie, it's a phenomenal movie. 10 out of 10.
It is a great movie.
I would recommend. All right, and those were our questions in our project.
Yep. So, have
Thank
a good
you.
one.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.